Thanks for watching Tech It Out. Click the subscribe button and enable notifications with the bell icon. Hi guys, you're watching Tech It Out with me, Aditya. Do you guys post a lot of pictures on Instagram and Facebook and other social platforms? Well, if you do, then this video is exactly what you want to watch. Because in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make your Instagram photos pop and stand out from the rest with this quick and easy trick. So, let's check it out. Alright, so social media presence and your social media image has become really important these days. As you know, anybody is there on social media these days. Be it a film or TV actor like myself, or some model, or some work colleague, or some family relative, or your ex from the past, or just some random person from the earth. They're all there on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, or some other social platform like that. And guess what? They're all posting the same sort of image, and so are you. And so, I think that it's very important for you to stand out from the crowd. And to do that, all you need is this. Alright guys, so once you have all that ready, the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and fire up your Photoshop. And once you have your Photoshop up and running, first thing you want to do is you want to get a backdrop for your image. This could be anything. It could be a picture of the woods, or it could be the picture of a forest or the beach, or just some solid color or some colorful background, whatever you'd like. Just go ahead and choose a background for your image and open it up in Photoshop by right clicking on it and going to open with and selecting Adobe Photoshop CC 2019. And once you do that, the photo will open up in Adobe Photoshop. Now, this thing right here is the layers panel. This is basically everything that you open up in Photoshop, opens up in layers, and all the layers sit on top of one another. So the first thing that I've opened is the backdrop. So that's the base layer which says background is the first layer. As and when I open up more stuff, you will see that the layers panel populates and more things come into it. Now, once that's out of the way, now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and open up the photograph that you intend to post to your social media after editing. So, which is the actual photograph that we want to use. So go ahead and locate that photograph on your disk. Once you have that, just select it and copy it by pressing Command C or Control C on your computer. Then come back to Photoshop, just click on the background once and press Command V if you're on a Mac, or Control V if you're on a Windows computer, to paste it on top of the background. And once we do that, we can see that the layers panel has got one more layer saying layer 1, which is the photograph that we've imported into, which is the photograph that we want to use, and we've imported into Photoshop. And once that's come in, you want to select layer 1, and if it's not the proper size, you want to go to this little tool here which says move tool. Select that tool. Once you select that tool, you should see these little dots in the corner that will allow you to transform the photo. So go ahead and click on that dot and make it smaller to make the photograph smaller, and just resize your photograph to the size that you like. And once let me do that. Okay, and that seems about right. That's the size that I'm looking for. And once you have the size correctly selected and photograph properly transformed, just go over here on the top where it shows a little tick mark and go ahead and click on that to confirm the transformation. And there it is, the photo has been transformed to the size that we like. Now once you've done that, go back to layer 1, go ahead and select it, click on it to select it, then right click on it and scroll up to where it says duplicate layer and click on it to select that. And once you do that, you'll get this little panel. Just press OK on that panel, and you'll see in the layers panel, now you have layer 1 copy, which is the copy of the resized photograph. Now for right now, we don't want to use that. So what we want to do is we don't want to see that layer. So just go besides that layer where you can see this little eyeball icon, just go and click that eyeball, and that eyeball will vanish. And once that eyeball vanishes, that layer is no longer visible. Now we want to go back to layer 1 and click on it to select it. Now we're back on layer 1. Once we're on layer 1, what we want to do is we want to make a selection. So we'll choose this tool, which is a rectangular marquee tool, and click on it to select it. Then we'll come to this photograph and we'll make a little selection, and we'll go ahead and select, let's say, this much of the image. And yeah, and once you have that selected, the next thing you want to do is you want to go up here to the select menu, and from select menu you want to go down to transform selection and select transform selection. Once you select transform selection, go down to your selection and right click inside the selection. So go inside the selection and right click. Once you do that, you'll get this menu. Inside this menu you want to select perspective and click on it. And once you select perspective, you want to go to this little dot in the corner and change the perspective of the photograph to your liking. And yeah, I kind of like this perspective, so I'm going to use this. And once you're happy with that selection, just go ahead and again, where it says that tick mark on the top, go ahead and click that to confirm those changes. And once you do that, your selection is made. Now, the first thing you want to do without doing anything is you want to go down here under the layers panel where you see this little camera icon. It says layer mask, add layer mask. Just go and click on it. And once you do that, you'll see that inside layer 1, now you have two icons. One is the full image and one is the layer that we just created. And now we want to go ahead and select only that layer. So the way to do that is to press and hold Command or Control on your computer, and while doing that, going to this little black little icon that's come in layer 1 and clicking on that. Now once you click on that, you'll see this again, that this area has been selected, and by that we know that we made the right selection. And once that's done, what you want to do is you want to go down to this FX panel over here where it says FX, which is add a new layer style. Click on it, go to stroke, click on stroke, and inside stroke you can choose the color. I like to keep it white. You can keep it white, black, whatever color you like, and I keep it white and say OK. In the size, I think for this picture 10 pixels is more than enough, so I'll keep it to 10, but you can play around with that and see how a bigger or a smaller size looks for you. And then over here where it says position, make sure that the position is inside and not outside or center. So just say inside and select inside, and once you've selected all the right options, just go ahead and say OK to commit that stroke. And now you see that the stroke has been applied to the selection. And once that stroke has been applied, what you want to do is you want to again press and hold Command on your computer, Command or Control if you're on Windows, and then go down here to where it says create a new layer and click on that to create a new layer. And once you do that, you'll see that a new layer has been created. Sorry about that. Once you do that, you'll see that a new layer has been created by the name of layer 2, but it's under layer 1 and not over layer 1, and that's exactly how you want it. So once that's done, go ahead and select layer 2 and press Alt on your computer, press and hold Alt and then press backspace to blank out that, and that becomes black. And this is basically the shadow that we're going to use a little later in the process, but we want to make it ready right now. Now once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and make the actual pop out effect. So to do that, you have to go back to layer 1 copy inside layers, go select that, then scroll to its left where the eyeball icon should appear and go and press that to turn the layer on. And once that layer is on, just click anywhere on the image to deselect everything, and you have everything deselected. Once you've deselected everything, go back to the rectangular marquee tool, select that, and then on top there's an option that says select and mask. Go ahead and click on that. And once you do that, you'll come to this screen. Now over here, what you want to do is simply press this select subject button, which is a cool tool inside Photoshop, which will just go ahead and select me and my brother-in-law in the photograph, and deselect everything else. So just go ahead and click on that, and once you do that, it'll take some time to process, and once it's processed, you'll see your selection. Now over here you can see that whatever is in color is what is selected, and whatever is in red color is what is not selected. So you can see that over here it's kind of not selected some of my hair, and I'd like to go ahead and select that. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that this thing, this little icon, which is the plus icon, is selected and not the minus icon. And then I'll go over here to where my hair is and just click on it. So it's selected, click a little more, and it looks about right. I think all of my hair has been selected. Just like this, you can tune the image. I can see over here this little thing is also not selected, the little napkin in my pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and select that also by just clicking on it, and now that is selected. The other thing that I can see is this little white portion over here has been selected, so I want to deselect it. So how do I do that? So to do that, instead of selecting this plus icon here, just go to the minus icon, click on it to select the minus icon, and now whatever you select will be minused from the selection. So I'll go and tap on this white portion, and you see it's instantly cleared out of the selection. Also with this auntie over here, so I'm gonna try and kind of remove her too, and yeah, I think she's out, and that looks right. I think my little thumb has been deselected here. So what I'll do is I'll again go back to the plus, and I will try and select, yeah, and that's selected well. Now once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and deselect the lower portion of the photograph to create the pop-out effect. And to do that, you'll have to go here towards the left toolbar and select the lasso tool from here. Go to the lasso tool and click on it to select it. Now once I've selected the lasso tool, the next thing I want to do is I want to go up top here and make sure that this second icon, which is subtract from selection, that is deselect things. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and now I can subtract things. Now in order to subtract, all I have to do is I have to draw a lasso around here, around the bottom portion of the image, and I'll go ahead and do that. Let me show you how that's done, and there it is. And once I do that, you can see that the bottom portion of the photograph has been deselected, and I'm happy with that. And once you're happy with that, go ahead over here where it says OK, and just click on it to confirm the changes that you made, and press OK. And once you press OK, you can see that our cutout has come out absolutely perfectly. Now this itself is pretty much stand out by itself, but we're still not finished. We still have to do some little bit of finishing touches at the end. So to do that, the next thing that you want to do is you want to go back to layer 1 and select layer 1, and you see this little chain icon in between the two icons over here. You want to go and press that to deselect that chain. Then you want to again go ahead and select layer 1 and the black portion of the layer 1 from the layer 1, and then you want to go to edit, you want to go to transform, and you want to go to warp and select warp. Once you select warp, you will see a grid like this. Now all you have to do is do a little warping to this to kind of give a standout effect. And okay, that seems right. Let's see, let's try and pull this out of the back, and yep, that looks kind of right to me. That looks kind of right to me. And once you're happy with the warping of the photograph, you can warp it as much as you want. Just go ahead and again press this tick mark up top to commit these changes, and once you do that, the grid is out of the way, and you see that the warping has is finished and it's looking awesome. Now what about this black part at the bottom? Now that's the shadow that we created a little earlier on, but it's not too realistic. So in order to make it realistic, in order to make it look like a shadow of the picture, we need to make it a little softer. And to do that, we're going to go to layer 2 that we created earlier. Go ahead and select that. And once that is selected, you want to go to filter in the top menu. And from filter, you want to scroll down to blur. And inside blur, you want to go and select Gaussian blur. There's something called the Gaussian blur. Go ahead and select that, and then you can see a live preview of your blur. So you can change the amount of blur that you want. You can see whatever you like. For this photo, I think let me see, I think about 9 seems right. Radius 9 pixels seems right. And once you're happy with that, just go ahead and press OK, and you're all set, and your whole your photograph pops out. Next thing you want to do is you want to just go and save this photograph and just give it a name and hit enter, and that's it. You're ready to post this picture on Instagram. Import it to your phone and post it on your Instagram and stand out from everybody else. Alright guys, so that's how easy it is to create this whole pop-out effect in Photoshop and stand out from the crowd on your social media and be a social media superstar just like me. Well, I've also edited a few other pictures, and just for you to see like what different photographs will look with this effect, and you're probably seeing those images right now, so enjoy. And I've also left links to some of these photographs that I edited in the description in case you guys want to kind of download it and play around with it. Go ahead and do that. And I hope you liked my video guys, and I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, well, you know what to do. Let me know by hitting that like button down there, and also sharing this video with a lot of your friends. And if there's anything that you'd like to say to me, about my style, about my content, my videos, anything at all, then do that in the comment section below. And also, if you'd like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel guys, and also hit that bell icon to get notified every time I put a new video up. And if you'd like to keep in touch with me on other social platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc., then all those links will be down in the description as always. So that's it for me guys, and that kind of wraps it up for me for today. But I'll see you soon in my next video, and until then, keep teching it out.